100 kilometres north of Bogotá lies Ráquira, a town founded 5 centuries ago by the indigenous population and nicknamed Potter's Village by the Spanish conquistadors. There is pottery everywhere here, with pottery shops or workshops to be found around every bend. Pottery was key to pre-Columbian populations. It was one of their most important activities. Jars and pots were used to hold water, maize and salt, and for preparing food. The pottery here has retained a utilitarian feel ever since, but it also has a magical quality about it, because pottery was considered to be a way of uniting all the elements: earth, water, air and fire. The local population's attachment to pottery has never waned. Even the arrival of the Spanish did not deter them from this occupation.
Look, this lump of clay is excellent.
Yes, but this one is very pale. It's almost white. To give it colour, we're going to have to mix it with clay from other quarries, where the colour is more pronounced.
Rosa Maria is 55 years old. She has always been a potter.
You can already see that this clay is nice and elastic. I think that's enough for today.
Extracting the clay only happens in the dry season, because in winter the quarries fill with water.
Not all clay is alike. That's why I like to choose it from the quarry myself. I take the cleanest, purest clay. I'm going to take some clay that has been kneaded, and I'm going to pass it through a sieve to remove all the stones and impurities, so that the mixture is of a nice, even consistency for modelling. What makes the clay in Ráquira so special is its colour, and the fact that it is the ideal consistency for withstanding the high temperatures in the kilns. It produces good quality pottery.
Ráquira's pottery is made of a mixture of black clay with a high carbon content and red clay, which contains iron oxide.
I learned how to be a potter from my mother when I was a child. She would take some earth and knead it with her feet, mixing it with sand from the riverbed. Then she would make plates out of it. My mother took us to church every Sunday. When I was little, I would look up at the Virgin Mary. She seemed so real to me. I was sure she was watching me. Her gaze had such a profound effect on me that I felt as if she wanted to talk to me. She touched my heart. I was sure that the Virgin Mary was alive. And my mother said to me, "No, child, it's a statue. It's just a representation." One Sunday, after Mass, I hid. I waited until I was alone in the church, and then I went to touch her. And when I touched the Virgin Mary, I could feel that she was rock solid, and I realised that my mother was right. I wondered how the artists did it. How could they make eyes that appeared to see, and the perfect lips and mouth? I couldn't understand how it was done. Then my mother said to me, "Haven't you noticed? When I take clay to make pots, and the clay is soft, I can make any shape I want." She told me that clay was like plaster. It was as if I'd suddenly had my eyes opened. And I thought, if plaster is like clay, why are there no clay Virgin Marys? So I started to make Virgin Marys out of clay.
Rosa Maria and her Virgin Marys are now famous throughout Colombia and beyond.
One day at the craft fair in Medellin, the president's wife came to my stand. She told me she had picked me to model the Virgin Mary that was going to be offered as a gift to the Pope. That was very gratifying for me. As a child, I had dreamt of being recognised for my work, and that dream had come true. It is my dream for people, especially children, to have their own imagination and their own dreams, and to fight to make their dreams come true. If they believe in them, they will succeed.
30 minutes from Ráquira lies the mountain village of Vila de Leyva. In the middle of the landscape stands a strange troglodyte building. Its organic forms take you by surprise. Designed by the architect Octavio Mendoza, this house was modelled by hand out of clay obtained nearby. Its designer was inspired by the Catalan modernism of Gaudi. The ornamental details are reminiscent of the Park Güell in Barcelona. The interior is a real maze, with everything sculpted out of clay. With his Casa Terracotta, Mendoza sought to promote an alternative lifestyle, both for people and the environment. Over time, this terracotta house has become a symbol for this land of potters. It is a work of art and a tribute to this highly acclaimed ancestral craft.